Hello, beautiful family. How are you doing? Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I just can't thank you enough. So, my wonderful family, today I have quick one to discuss with each and every one of you. Hey, the interview between Mazi Simon Ekpa and the World Igbo Congress. You don't need to miss it. Just sit back, watch it, and I'll be right back.
For saying no election, but if possible, referendum for Biafra. When you already know that we have one Igbo man who likely might be in a position of getting that position that has eluded us for a while. Maybe somebody has given you money to work against him. So if you have anything to tell us about that, that's a question. So let's look at. I know you, but the question is what question I'm presenting to you. Please.
Thank you very much. Igbo people, everything about most of the things about Igbo people are about money. Okay, money. Everything is money, 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 money. Every life is not about money. Nobody has given me money to even. Nobody has. I have not even. In fact, I have never collected even 1 naira from anybody in this Biafra struggle to either favor or to go against anything. I don't need it. Nobody has paid me to fight for Biafra. Nobody has paid me to distract P2B. Nobody has paid me to cause confusion because I'm not causing confusion. But what I'm doing is to even save P2B image at the end of the day. Because so people like him have been there and they ended up in shame. They ended up in shame and having very bad history. Obasanjo today have a very bad history. No matter that he's a state man, he was there. He couldn't change anything in Yoruba land. Goodluck Jonathan that we know was there. He ended in shame. He couldn't change anything. There is nothing to show for this in his region. So what we are doing today is that it's an opportunity. It's very unfortunate that we came at this time that we have decided to end Nigeria because the crack on the wall of Nigeria is many. And it needs only one single push to make the entire foundation to fall and collapse. And we cannot allow Obi to go there and come back in shame. Let Obi save all the experiences he has for Biafra. He can contest in Biafra. Everybody will be equal in Biafra. If the Biafra people want him to become the president, he can contest and become a president. And another thing we are saying is that there must be renegotiation of the Nigeria. And that renegotiation will happen only through the non-violence referendum. For you to push for referendum, because of what Nigeria is and represent, you must be very, very radical in some of the decisions you make. Because we know who Nigeria, we know what Nigeria is. Even Obasanjo said, for you to govern Nigeria, you must be a madman. Said it a few months ago. So, and for you to save Igbo from Nigeria, you must also be ready to display some kind of madness, not in the negative, but in the positive. And that's what we are going to do, and we are doing it. So we are actually saving Obi's image at the end of the day. Because what we are not going to do this time around is to make the same mistake that many of us here have made in the past. I remember how they were selling Buhari. It is these same people that sold Buhari to us. They came back and saw that Atiku did not market. They are the one now coming to sell Obi, even though Obi have said several times that he cannot, don't vote him because he's an Igbo man. Understanding how Fulani operate, that is a shot fired at a very wrong target. Because it shows that Obi has already started, Nigeria has already started for Obi even before election. He has never summoned courage to identify with Igbo. We are here discussing in Igbo. It is only you people that know Obi as an Igbo man. Obi don't want you to identify him as an Igbo man. So I don't know what you people are doing. Obi say, do not vote me because I'm an Igbo man. And you are here having meeting about Obi as an Igbo man. So you see there's a conflict of interest. So we don't want to, we don't want us, this our generation now that our blood is hot. We have researched, assessed, and analyzed the mistake of the past. And we say, this time around, we are going to make mistake. Let it be a mistake that we're going to make. So Obi cannot be dreaded for our freedom. Our freedom is sacrosanct. Is the first thing, our first priority is to fight for our freedom. And many of you here can agree with me that if at the end of the day, some of you, when this whole thing started, you say, let us go for Obi. After Obi failed, we will come back to Biafra. So we cannot, we are not going to take that kind of gambling. Nigeria, we know what we are doing. Only thing we need from you is to support us. Let us not be, what Igbo leaders should understand that they are not utilizing the strength they have. There is a very big strength in us that you people are not harnessing, and it is very, very shameful. A lot of region is praying to have people like us. They don't have it. You people have it. Instead of you to back on the strength that we are bringing to the table, you people are not utilizing the strength, and that's why when they promise you of president, only presidency to Igbo, at the time when the time comes, they disappointed you. The PDP disappointed you, the APC disappointed you, and the P2B that you see that everybody is running around him, if they are running around him because of the momentum this Biafra has gathered, because of the momentum. Most of the people following him don't even have PVC. I'm telling you. So they are following them, just like they followed in 2015. I have not seen any crowd that can be equated to the crowd that Jonathan put in 2015. Yet, he did not become the president. And even if he did become the president in 2015, he wouldn't have done anything. Because the North would destroy his plan. Because North's plan is not to develop Nigeria. So if you think P2B is coming to develop Nigeria, have you asked yourself, what are these Fulanis that are controlling the most strategic places that make Nigeria to develop? Are they in line with the motive and the agenda of P2B? The answer is no. Because P2B may be coming to develop why they are not into developing. Their own agenda is to turn Nigeria into Islamic State before anything. And they will not do anything development until that is achieved. It can take them 100 years for that to be achieved. So if Obi is coming to develop, they are going to frustrate his government. And we are not going to take that chances. So this time around, all of you, our elders, has been making very bad decisions. It has always failed. It has always failed. So allow us to make our own bad decision only this one time. Let it be bad decision at the end. But I'm promising you today that with the calculation we have, the analysis we have done so far, it can never be a bad decision. Rather, it is the right decision at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was even coming to stop you because you taking the whole time in one question. So it's a good thing that you did put your heart out there for a good explanation. Another question we have is sit at home. Can you explain to us? Because a lot of people are thinking maybe at least for this Christmas we could shave it because we are all hustlers in Ali, and most times people hustle during the Christmas, or possibly say we'll shave sit at home for now, maybe after the election, or maybe after, to allow the Fulanis and the killers of Igbo people to give us chance, or to even see a way to see the election happen for now. These are some of the questions we have in the public space. Can you?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, this particular sit at home is beyond, civil disobedience. It's beyond sit at home. You see, what we are trying to do is to keep our people awake. Okay? It is not just about sit at home. Let us suffer Nigeria. Let us do no. A lot of people say that this sit at home is a strained economy and all that. All those things, it's not true. It has its effect. It has its effect in the economy. Quite fine. It has its effect in Nigeria government. Quite fine. It also has another effect, which is that the governors and the politicians that are in Nigeria controlling Biafra land do not have control over the people. That the people are actually tired of them. So, having said this, why we are having this sit at home is to keep our people awake. Because the policy of the Fulanis in Nigeria is to make you poor, to make you hungry, to make sure they subjugate you, lock your mental capacity, make you never to rise up against them. Make you so that any day you rise up, you say, oh, I need to go out to get food, and then you are gone. So what we are trying to do is to keep our people awake, that there is something ahead that is coming. It is not just about, oh, sit at home and that's it. No. Because now, if we have not continued this Monday sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be forgotten. If we have not continued this sit at home, Biafra will be forgotten. That is the mentality emanating from the policies of the Nigerian government on the people. When you make the people poor, you control them. So we are trying to, I don't think we are trying. I think we have succeeded in liberating our people from that mental slavery. Who will ever believe that people will sit at home for 3 days? You will never believe it. Because you have been meant to understand that you are doing buying and selling. Your entire life, Nigeria have shaping you, condition you, so that when they say, oh, you do ah. When they say boo, you do boo. So they condition you, and they will be removing you. So we have been able to prove to the Nigerian government that you cannot be telling us anymore that we are doing buying and selling, and all our life is buying and selling. We can actually do sacrifice to have a better life, in our nation. That's what we are doing. So we are conditioning the Igbo, which they know as the people that go out every day to do buying and selling in order to eat. In the Western world where we are, including in America, people go to work every day. Every day they go to work because during the time of them, when these people were fighting to get a better country, nobody was going to work during the war. Nobody was going to work. We are talking about eating food every day during the war. We are having it in Ukraine now. Ukraine, nobody even come outside the city. These are the people that are fighting to preserve their own culture, their religion, their rights, and their freedom. So we have succeeded in liberating Igbo from that mental slavery of I have food to eat, I don't have food to eat, that we have already ended. Preparing them to what is to come next year. Because the opportunity we have now will never come again. Now, you can agree with me, no matter how you disagree with the reason or the motive of this sit at home, you can agree with me that now Nigeria is discussing the agitation. Nigeria is discussing the unity. Nigeria is now discussing everything about the structure of Nigeria because of this sit at home. If the people of Biafra can be able to sit at home for 5 days, it's a very big blow on Nigeria. No matter how you think that we are affecting the economy of Igbo or economy of the Southeast, we have achieved the aim. The aim is one, to send a very strong message to the Nigerian government. And that message we have sent to the Nigerian government, they also push the message to the European Union by calling everywhere, writing petition, entire internet is on fire because now they are beginning to ask questions. What is going on? What did this guy do? Why did they do this? And people are beginning to ask questions. They are discussing it. You know, they are now revisiting the foundation of Nigeria, which is very okay. So we need your support, elders. Let us do this mistake this time. We are not all going to die at the same time. We do this mistake, which I know is not a mistake, because we are coming with a sound mind, researched, analyzed, and concluded. And that is exactly what we are carrying out. So if you look at the entourage I come with here, you'll find out that in English and so we are here. So thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. To some extent, I call you my brother, but it's not the same father, the same mother.
Thank you.
I call you my brother because you most times people don't know I quarrel you most times, and we agree because we agree in the motive and the interest of getting our people free. And yes. I tell you, you are doing a job that I wish I can act on my own, and I can be free to talk when I want to talk. But at the same time, I thank you for all you are doing. There's another question here. They said, Mazen Namdekalo attorneys are falling out with you, and they are falling out with you. Can you give us a hint? Because we believe you are the disciple of Mazen Namdekalo, whom all of us are even clamoring to be out as soon as possible. In the instance that you are now having issues with his lawyers, are you helping or are you damaging? Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. I think the right word should have been that I am falling out from them, not them falling out from me. Because it was me who discovered, not them. When I say them, I have problem with only Barrister Ejiofor. So actually not them. So I don't have any problem at this point with Alo Ejimako, for example, which is a special counsel. I don't have any problem with him. I don't have any problem with Michael Zokume. I do not have any problem with any other person. The only person I have problem with is Barrister Ejiofor, which I have made it very, very open, very, very clear that I fall out of Barrister Ejiofor after a series of calling him to order that he should not be telling us that Onyendu is in a high spirit better than us here enjoying ourselves. And he refused. Then I went into investigation. My investigation revealed to me that Barrister Ejiofor's hands is not clean, both in the abduction of Onyendu, rendition of Onyendu, and even this continued detention of Onyendu. That is, his hand is not clean. And I've been able to make a very good analysis, objective analysis. So if anybody that have something else, contrary to the analysis I have made, or made the same analysis I have made and arrive at a different conclusion, I would be very interested to hear it. To hear that, how the person will, arrive at. And I know a lot of people will be asking, but why is he still, do you think that Mazen Namdekano will still allow him if he's the one who betrayed him? Mazen Namdekano wouldn't know who betrayed him. Mazen Namdekano is not here with us to have access to certain information and analyze it himself. So he wouldn't know who betrayed him until he come outside and listen to the statement of people, listen to the body language of people, and analyze things for himself. He can be able to make a conclusion. So we don't believe what Ejiofor is doing. We don't believe what Ejiofor is telling us. And Ejiofor, Mazen Namdekano asked Ejiofor to tell me personally that I should pilot the affair of the Biafra struggle until he come out. Ejiofor vowed over his dead body. Will he do that? So it is because he knows he can't buy me. It is because he knows he can't control me. And I'm not telling you this thing because it is a hearsay. I'm telling you this thing because we have people that have repented that were part of the plot and have told us and confessed to us. I am telling you today that Barrister Ejiofor was part of those who shared money during the Anambra State election. I'm telling you from evidence-based, from part of some of those who participated in collecting the money and they repented. So I'm not here to tell you on a frivolous claim or, telling you somebody here said, I am telling you from a right source The information I have on my stage 4 is something that I cannot just overlook it and pretend that all is well. So I did not fall out with the legal team, like I've just explained. I only have problem with Ejiofor. And Ejiofor has not come to debunk all this allegation because he know that the information I have is authentic and he know how I got to that information. So I have not seen him debunking it. Rather, he went and filed a suit, which no, I don't think anybody here will be supporting that particular suit he filed, which of course I'm not even going to respond to it, or even I will not even react to it anyway. So that is what I have to say about that. Thank you. You muted yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Simon Ekpa. I said, most of the things that I hear or I discuss or I hear everybody wanted information about, but we needed as leaders of Igbos in the diaspora to hear directly from you, where you are not talking to the crowd, you are talking to people who will ask you from what you said or what you mean to me. We thank you so much.
Sorry, PRO, please. I want to make another very important comment because I know this is being recorded. I have alleged that Barrister Ejiofor is aware of the kidnapping of the Anambra Commissioner for Public Utility. It's a very big allegation.
No,
it's a very big one. No, yes. I'm telling you the fact. Okay. I'm telling you the fact is the years. Now, the person that facilitated or masterminded the attack on that particular person is called Marubugu. After that kidnapping, 3 policemen were killed. So if you are concerned about killing, of Ndibo or anybody, I am telling you now one important one that Ejiofor is involved. The person that masterminded this kidnapping is gallivanting with him in Abuja. And you cannot be fighting for Biafra and kidnapping against the norms, against the courts that guide our people to fight for freedom. That is what we are against. So, I'll be asking questions. Can you call this commissioner of public utility and ask him who kidnapped you? Because after the kidnap, they have to give oath to him. They release him on oath. And he begin to give them money. The 3 million, one of the money that Ejiofor got 3 million from that money. To one of the court of onion. So these are things that I have said in the public. Why are they not debunking me?
Like I said, my brother, you are talking to people of high caliber in their own respects. And whatever information you are giving to us is up to us to analyze them because we called you to give us this information. And
thank you.
Yes, and like I said also when we started, we believe that we are doing the rightful work of us as Igbos in diaspora, leaders of Igbos in diaspora, and knowing exactly what we can do to help what you are doing, and what we can do to stop what you are doing, and what we can do to enable what you are doing. It's simple as that. So at this point, it's something we have waited so long. But like one person that pointed out that you see because of phobia that we are calling you to visit at home. Not at all. Everyone here knows that we are all looking for the freedom of Igbos, because when freedom comes, everything goes well. And we don't have it. We can only give it by forcing them to give it to us, because they cannot give it to us. So we are not by any way or measure reducing activities that we are taking on. But we might have different approach in some instances. But I think we need to be free because our people are suffering so much. Another question here we have is, any way we can utilize the established instruments we have in Igbo land, like the governors or leaders in Igbo land, to address some of the killings that is going on? Do you have any understanding on how that can be possible?
Well, the whole killing in Igbo land should be blamed. The blame should go to the governors. So it is them that the chief security officers of the state, and them also facilitate the killing. So we have said that we, the Biafra people, are capable of protecting Igbo land. Can they give us that trial for 3 weeks? Pull the military out of the street, because the military are complicit in this crime of killing. So most of the killing, the kidnapping and all that, those that are being perpetrated by the Fulanis. Of course, there are Igbo people that are into kidnapping. It has been there before agitation started. So, but we are saying both the one that is Fulani are doing, both the one that any crime committed by Igbo or any other person from anywhere in Igbo land, let them give us 3 weeks. Pull the military out. Because the one that the Fulani is doing is creating more insecurity in the southeast than the crime of Igbo. Because the crime of Igbo has been there. So it has never gotten to this, it has never deteriorated this way. So let them give us that benefit of doubt. Pull the military out of the street and allow us to protect our land. so that you hold us responsible for whatever happened. That is what I'm proposing to the governors. As simple as that. We're not asking them to pay us money because we are like people in the Hamufu today. They did not protect them. People in other parts of Biafra where Fulani are killing, they did not protect them. People in what is it in Abia State, they are not protecting them. It is still this thing we are doing that we used to protect the people and chase the terrorists away from the land. So let the governors let them be man enough, like Autumn. Everybody is commenting Autumn. Oh, Autumn, you are good, and yet you are not pushing your governor to do like Autumn. So let the governors swallow their pride. Everything about Igbo is pride and ego. Let us swallow their pride and understand that Biafrans are not with them again. And they say, okay, come and do this thing you say you want to do. It can come from you people. It does not necessarily mean that we are going to be working with the governor. You people can initiate it. And let's see how we can secure Igbo. So if you love Igbo, they should be considering this proposal. Because by now, they don't have any choice. The people have left them. This is a fact. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we have come to the question and answer section of this meeting. If you are just joining us, that means you have missed a lot. But I think my brother Simon Ekpa has touched everything from election to sit at home, from squabbles, from killings, he has touched all of them. If you need further explanation, you can go to his look for his phone number and ask. But I think we have been consumed today with his response. And I'm so glad he made it to this meeting and he was able to address every question, even those I wouldn't like to ask him myself, because I know to some extent that no governor, no political person has his contact. If they have not reached him. Unless they reach him in his house, he has not told me. But I think he has been very, very out to defend that he's doing it as God. I would bring also to the knowledge that even when our brother MNK was in and so mad of what is going on, we never believed half of what he was telling us. And eventually, everything has come out to be truth. So we must be willing to have open hearts to really know how we can work and get things done for them without labeling each other or without calling each other out unnecessarily. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. What matters is what we are doing. So the next section of this our meeting would be appointing 3 people or 2, as the case may be, who will be willing to use what he has answered us to question him. Maybe either the 2 people will say it at once or they say it and he answers each one of them. If you are willing, otherwise I will appoint people to do that, so that we can wrap it up and see what he says based on what we can do or what we know others don't know. They wouldn't do. So indicate if you want. I'm a Moya team. I know if most people are all people are all muted. So my aim is that based on his response so far, only the willing to use what he has responded. It's not like my barrister who just come in, don't know what he has said. Austin Okeke, you just come in. I'm just calling you out. You're welcome. You're welcome, Austin Okeke.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. So it's and I think you are not going to ask because you came late. You didn't know what response Mazi Simon Ekpa has given us. So any other person not here, Saya, any local, when he use from a local, please pardon me. It's like I have cold.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know who you are dealing with. You know, to answer.
Sorry about that. Dr. Ray Chimezie, I know you came as we started. If you can address from your own perspective, please use his response. Use his response from some of the questions he has answered us to question him in any alternative method or any alternative way you know Igbos would prefer. They will, Dr. Ray.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Mr. Simon Ekpa, for your time and the work you are doing. I haven't listened intently to the things you said. I put up something on the chat here, a couple of things. But the one I'm going to refer to is when you said that there will be no election. And my concern is how is this boycotting the election being sold, the idea? Because if it is there be no election, do people really understand from where you are coming from? For instance, when I posed that question, somebody said Nigeria has expired. We all agree that Nigeria has expired. So are we selling the idea that Nigeria has expired? As a result, we are not part of it, and we're asking for a referendum? Because when Martin Nambikano was taking this lead, he was always talking about this referendum. So this idea of referendum and Nigeria expiring is not being brought to the front of honor. In addition, how are you contacting getting this awareness with the international community or the African Union? Because I think getting our freedom from Nigeria is not something that they're going to let us go very easily. What is the effort we are making or you are making in order to garner support from these two, from the international community and the African Union? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it's a very, very important question. But I would say this because there are some things I don't need to say here. We are making every effort, to see that we have people that because you can't just approach the African Union or whatever that come and intervene. No, you need to have people who are connected and who are also part of the African Union. So whenever something triggers, whenever something happens, they will be there to speak on behalf of Biafra and for Biafra. So we are doing that. And another thing is that you say, how are we creating the awareness? This is part of the awareness. And if you believe that Nigeria has expired, you also have a duty to do. So, if you understand that, yes, and let me also correct one impression. We are not saying boycotting election. It is not boycott election, but stopping election, Nigeria election in Biafra land. So boycotting election is different from stopping election. Now, what we are intend to achieve in stopping this election is to make sure that we did not validate Nigeria again in 2023. That we are not also going to validate any senator. We are not going to also validate any governorship that is going into election in 2023. So every offices that is going to go into election to contest in Nigeria in 2023 will not be validated. And that will trigger a lot of international discussion, international condemnation, and what have you. Because we know that Nigeria has been, there are a lot of this prediction because of what is going on already, that Nigeria is going to break up at some point. So you don't know whether some people say in 2014, the 2014 has come and gone. And they say another time, 2000 or whatever, that time has come and gone. So something has to trigger it for it to happen. So we cannot continue to pretend and do things the same way and expect something to change. So this is the time because the crack is so many. Everybody is angry. The Yorubas are angry, Yorubas are angry, the Hausas are angry, other indigenous people in Nigeria are angry. So they only need something to push, a little push. That is all what is needed. And we have done this work and we continue to do the underground job that if anything happens in Nigeria today, that we are able to sustain it, the word of support for the either rearrangement of the system or a new nation from the other part of the Nigeria from the south, whatever arrangement that people agreed on. It's a discussion and people will start talking about it and the world will start speaking about it and all that. So this is what we intend to do. So now the awareness, for example, from this week we have entered now, in the entire Biafra land, you are going to start seeing posters of no election, only referendum of Biafra now. That particular poster will be littered and shared in all Biafra territories, starting from this Monday. So just wait, between now and Friday, or between now and middle of the week, you are going to see the new change of the awareness. We are going to make sure that the posters, banners, flyers, everything littered Biafra land. So you are not going to see any our plan is that there will not be any political poster anywhere. Anywhere we see it, we cover it with Biafra referendum now. So this is part of bringing the spirit to life. So we are doing this, and then also we have also gone very far in making sure that in case anything happens, now we have where the globe we can use to do the Akanon. We have also gone that far, and a lot of things are happening. So it is not just about we shouting and shouting and shouting. So we are doing things and we have gone far. And I can tell you categorically now that we have country now that is ready to do anything for us today. The African country, for example. Of course, that is a secret. So, but we have country now that today that the entire cabinet of that country are supporting what we're doing.
Thank you.
And I hosted them here in Finland. So that's the way.
Simon, we don't go into deeper explanations of issues like we had indicated. We are just here for fact-finding plan and understanding of what is going on. Our brother Julius Ezeroni, I saw you were here from the start. Can you unmute yourself? And one question, please, so we can.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Okay. Because one line, one of the things people, you said if the governors can agree and pull the army officers from the street, that people can be able to protect Ali for a period of time to show. Why I'm asking this question is that you and me know that that's an impossible request. Because by every law, the governor is the custodian of security of the state. In that way, whether that authority will need no one. And if that, even if they do it, and it happens that you are able to protect Alibo for a period of time, that simply means you are the cause of all the problems that have been happening. Because that is what psychologically anybody can connote that issue.
I disagree with you.
Let me land, my brother. Let me land. I will land you will answer briefly and maybe. So what am I saying generally? Indeed, I believe that there are so many roads that lead to the market. But whatever we do, why I'm in this meeting today is to say, let us not shoot ourselves when they left. Makana, if we continue with this road we are going, as I speak to you, I'm a lawyer by profession. There will be an election in Nigeria, like Ramonot. My neighbor or the student, there will be an election, and that president will rule me and you for a period of time. So we must find a way to balance whatever struggle in the map in Igbo. As much as we are fighting to make sure we protect ourselves on the other side, let us not put all our whole eggs in one basket. On them, the idea African quota. Because I know the law and the law works. No government will give you that right. And if he gives you that right, that means you are the problem all the while. And they will just use that to show it. Honestly, my today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, it's sometimes it is very my stomach is running when I'm hearing this kind of things. When people in Nigeria, when people come from Nigeria to tell me they know the law, you know, it really purges me. And this is one of them. You cannot come here to tell me you know the law when in a country that doesn't respect their own law. So which law do you know? No, you know, the thing is that, like I said, pull out the military from the street. I have explained it that the military are complicit in the crime. That alone will solve the 50% of the insecurity. Because if they are complicit in the crime, if they are accomplices and they are part of the crime, you pull them out, you solve it 50%. The remaining 50% has to do with the community service. It is our nation, it is our land, our community. We know who are bad and we know who is good. Let us use ourselves, the security we have, to fish out the bad eggs and breed them. Then the other one that comes from the Fulanis, who are those fighting them? Us. Who are those fighting those in the four corner, clean our people? Us. Who are those who push the one in Enugu State? Us. Who are those who fight those in Lopata? Us. Who are every place you mentioned today in Biafra land, the Nigerian government does not provide the security. It is still us that provide the security for our people. So what are you telling me? So when I say give us 3 weeks, it means that when you put the security out, especially the military, out of the street, you have solved it 50%. And if they come to sabotage it, we will fight them. Because they're not going to come in military uniform. They're going to come in a mufti as criminals to sabotage the fight. We will fight them now, we will face them. Because they are not ready to fight this criminal, rather they abate them, and the crime is going on, and it is benefiting them. Because when they create this crisis, it benefits them, it benefits the generals. So let them, if the governors are really sincere to themselves, forget about law. Which law are you telling me? Is it not the same law that released him as an American? Is it not the same law that created Amoteco? Did you see any law creating any other security outfit? How many governors are using the Bubago? And what is the Bubago doing? Bubago, have you seen where Bubago arrested Fulani person or operated in Fulani? Bubago is hunting after it's a security network. So let us tell ourselves the truth. And the Bubago, the governor themselves, that created this Bubago. Bubago is one of the worst things that has happened to you and Biafras at large. Because they're involved in kidnapping, exploiting our people, molesting them, and committing all manner of things. Bubago was the one that killed 14 young men coming from Wedding in Imo State. And nobody condemned them. They kill every day in Ebonyi State, in Imo State. And not all the states in the southeast have a Bubago. So what is that telling you? Telling you that everything is not okay. And anybody that says we must not put our everything in one basket, let me tell you today, this particular Biafra movement is the only hope you have. The southeast governors is divided. Some people will support Obi, some people will never support Obi. So who help you here? You say election. The vote is already divided in the southeast. Oh, who is going to help you? It is the Biafra that will come and say, these people that want to sabotage Obi, we will not be allowed. We will not allow it. These people that want to sabotage Biafra, we will not allow it. The only thing we want to do now is to send a very strong message that will start and kickstart the discussion of the unity on negotiable, that Nigeria is negotiable. That's what we want to start. And it is happening already without even going to 2023. These 5 days at home have already triggered a lot of discussion. It is going on social media. So let us put our emotion and develop our mental toughness, which is what we are training our people now with this sit at home. It may not sound good, but that's what makes us human being. I'm not saying this thing that you must agree what I'm saying, okay? But that is what makes us human. We have different opinion and all that. But then, if you think that the majority of Biafrans are not going to stop this particular election, you conduct a referendum to know who want to be part of Nigeria and allow election to hold. But without doing that, I'm telling you, 90% or 99% of Biafrans don't want election to hold next year. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I think we have come to the end of this meeting. I know someone.
Please, BRO, I was. It is good that you did not bring this to the Mwisi, because I would have said something that nobody would like here if he had come to ask questions. So I don't want to respond to anything he's going to say. And if you want to get more information about my position on that, you can contact me privately. Tony Mwisi is sabotaging the Biafra government.
No. Don't go there.
I don't want you to ask me any question at all. Don't go there.
Don't go there, my dear. In our menu today, if we don't serve respect, then count me out. Because if you don't respect others, don't expect others to respect you. And it's very, very clear. Anybody can do whatever they like. I wish I have all the abilities in me, like Simon Ekpa has. But whatever he's doing, if you question him, do your own alternative. That is what I always tell people. And if you cannot, since Nnamdi Kanu is here, how many of us have taken our microphone to talk to the world? So everybody might have whatever that he wants, he thinks, but he's not doing it. Then it's up to that person to do whatever he wants. But don't come to an organization that we are weighing our views, contributing our own little quota to bring this card that you cannot even follow up. So if I check within your menu, you don't have respect to serve me. I keep the dinner goodbye, because we can say whatever we like and do whatever we like, but we have not in any way shown that much for others. Doing things for others is what most of these our people are doing. It doesn't come so cheap. That being said, I am so thankful for our brother. I know he has done his summary. Unless anybody wants to do the summary for us, other than that, I would want us to probably end it up today. It's already 2 solid hours of our meeting. Any meeting that is more than 2 hours, maybe I'll be doing something else. So in order to get you guys again, I'm so grateful to what our brother has done. Time he has got from his private activities to meet with us doesn't come so cheap. We are so privileged, and he's also privileged to have gotten our own part of information about what is going on and how we can handle it. So we'll call it a day today. Possibly, I would want Elder IK from Russia, because it's not easy for some people to come from there at this point of time of the day to give us a little bit of his summary. Maybe you can come with a question, but what you alternatively might see us do. We don't want you to bring us back where we will spend additional minutes, but use that to do summary for us. And hey, I think if I'm right, are you? Hello? You address us a little bit based on what you've had so far, and we'll call it a day. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother Simon. You're a close neighbor. Thank you for your views and thank you for all you're doing. There is something I really wanted us to actually look at it the other way. We have followed a course for so long, and it continues to linger. Now this course is leading to terrible loss of lives, insecurity in our land. the extent that now an Igbo is no more a no-go. Who now Aganazi no Gaba Christmas? Who now doesn't the money? Now the fourth, Onyo Sinaka, absolutely the problem. Because you are one of those that have been accused, but only God knows who is who. Maybe the governors are doing that and accusing you. Maybe the Fulani Caliphate are doing that, using the governors and accusing you, but the hands are pointing on you. But listening to you here, some clarities have been made. That's it. The last time I heard Nnamdi Kanu speak, he was against the killings of Ndebai Nali. This is the major concern. He was against Ndebai Nali, peace Nali. This is what we are much more concerned about. Yes, any means possible, say pursue here. But to the extent whereby an elu to see Obara, I was thinking behind Parakaina. Now, this our brother people be now that is making a very good effort, and from what I'm seeing, he is already being accepted by most Nigerians.
No, I have to cut you in there because we have already answered those ones. I don't want you to drag us back. We have already answered all that.
Okay,
so
no, it's not a question for him. It's not a question for him. I'm only making a summary.
Okay,
this our brother now that is having a kind of acceptability within the body. Then, instead of India at this stage, or go to the dying moment, like he proposed now that there's a second wave in that no election in Biafra land, this and this and that. In that now, the after effect of these things now will be very disastrous. More souls may be lost. More souls may be lost because another way these issues can be pursued, whereby Agarena will for Barandi.
Can I respond quickly, please?
I would have wanted you, but I would have wanted you to respond. But just 1 minute. 1 minute. Yes.
Please. You see, the problem is that how can we trust judgment of elders like you that we respected so much? We no longer trust your judgment because the previous judgment you have done in the past has failed. So you don't expect me to believe whatever judgment you have. For example, now you are talking about the killing and Igbo for Alibo. But when it was happening in other part of Nigeria, you overlooked it. You never believed that Alibo were like this today. But we were shouting, telling you people that Fulani are coming. And the way they are going to come to Alibo will not be the same way they went to Benue State, will not be the same way they went to Zamfara. They are going to come with a different strategy because they know we are very strong people, we are warriors. So now let me tell you the strategy they used to come to Alibo. They came with the agent of the state actors. Military age. Military are aiding the invasion of our land. So now, how can I now come to trust your judgment if you cannot differentiate how they are conquering the Middle Belt and how they are conquering the Southeast? You can't even differentiate it. You are saying, who is moving this over? The Nigerian Fulani coming with the military uniform. The people that are burning market in Imo State, are they Biafrans? The people that are burning the zone, are they Biafrans? So why should military men go to community and burn the community? In Enugu State, just last week, the Fulani came there to kill. They did not go to defend the people. We wanted to defend the people. What did the military do? They came there and burned over 100 houses. Are you aware of that? Now,
there were million reasons why it's justifiable. Why yes. Anymore?
And you need your support. We don't want to follow this narrative of you people because you people have been telling this narrative for many years. And we are only saying that this time around is going to be our own narrative. You have to deal with it. Because you have been leading us
even when it means more blood.
Someone is okay.
Nobody is shedding blood now. They are fighting in Ukraine. You are living in Russia, right?
Yes.
Do you know how many people that have died in Ukraine? Do you know how many
I know about that. I know that very well.
Because it is coming to that though. I am
telling you. Even Simon, it doesn't mean I can come to Finland.
You don't need to come to Finland. What we are telling you people today is that we have to do this differently. This time around, you have to agree to us. We are the young generation, and we are telling you today that we have decided to do this differently. And you have to deal with it. Let it be just this once. It is for your own good too. Thank you.
All right, thank you, my brothers and sisters. I would have.
This thing is getting interesting every blessed day. So my correalistic people, that bring us to the end of this update. Do well to like this video, share and subscribe. Thank you so much and bye-bye.